Right, hello everybody. Thanks for joining in the class. Tonight's class is on empathy for ourselves, empathy for others. It's the 24th of January 2023. Nice cold evening, -3 degrees C. There'll be people sleeping, hopefully not, but there might be people sleeping out in the open tonight, sleeping rough. So they're in my mind at the moment. Can't be very much fun doing that. We're going to do body relaxation and breathing meditation, and then we'll do some meditation on empathy for ourselves and for others. So it's a very beautiful meditation. It's not complicated, and it gives us a real insight into things. And I'm a great believer that the mind wants to, and the heart want to heal themselves, that things want to arise out and appear for us to clear naturally. That's the nature of our mind, and it's my experience for 20 odd years that that's the case. So we don't need to rummage through our mind looking for things to feel empathy with. They'll pop up of their own accord. Okay, so if you'd like to get yourself comfortable, nice comfortably straight back, put the chin in a little. You can leave your eyes open or leave them slightly open or leave them closed. Leaving the eyes open a little. That's a bit of light in, so it's less easy to fall asleep. And if you want to rest the tongue against the back of the front upper teeth, that's the back of the front upper teeth. If you want to just rest the tip of your tongue there, it stops too much or too little saliva, which may just be a bit of a distraction. So not such a big deal if you, with these meditations, if you don't want to do that. And now become aware of the room that you're in. Just picture this room. Notice this room in your mind. So that you're in this moment, your mind isn't thinking about the past or the future. And it's not the future, is it? Because we never get the future right. It's a future. It's an imagined future. It's a non-existent future. It's a non-existent future. A future will occur in the present, but it won't be the one we imagine. So we can let go of any future we think of. It's not going to be that way. We can stop living in the future by recognizing that it's not going to happen the way our mind is picturing it. Now become aware of your body in your chair. Primarily, we experience contact more than we experience body. We experience contact with clothing and furniture and floor. Become aware of your thoughts coming and going. You're the watcher of the thoughts. If we watch the thought mindfully, it just goes on and fades like snowflakes falling into the ocean. If we lose mindfulness, then those thoughts take us on a journey. And once we realize that, mindfulness has popped back in, and we come back to whatever it was that we were setting out to do, to practice, without worrying about it. And now bring your awareness into your body. Notice what you're feeling without judgment, criticism, aversion, craving. Just witness, barely witness what's inside of you. It's impossible for your feeling to be wrong. It just is. It just is here. A pebble can't be wrong. A tree can't be wrong. Feelings can't be wrong. Allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to relax. Whatever feeling is here, give it space. Give it time. If it's rage, you can sit with it. If it's bliss, you can sit with it. If it's frustration, you can sit with it. If it's annoyance, you can sit with it. You can hold it. There's enough space in the mind to hold any feeling, and it won't damage that space, just like the storm doesn't damage the sky. And our love can hold a feeling, just like we might hold a child with hot tears. And we want to hold that child that's got hot tears. We can want to hold these feelings, whatever they are, because that releases them, that unburdens us, calms us. So we've met with body, thoughts and feelings. Now we're going to relax the body more. Bring your awareness to your face and relax those jaw muscles. Relax them deeply. Let go of the tension that builds up in the jaw. Now relax the rest of your face muscles and the lips, cheeks, eyes, brow. This is a way of practicing self-kindness. We're relaxing the body, being kind to the body. Now bring the awareness to the left shoulder. We scan all the way down to the fingertips and relax off any tension we find. We do the same now from the right shoulder, down the arm. Being kind. And the same from the left hip, and the thigh, bringing your full attention to it, to help it, to nurture it, to relax it. All the way down to the floor. And the same from the right hip. Finally, the fourth limb, we relax the right leg, checking with your mindfulness all the way down. Bringing the awareness to the shoulders and the neck. We can carry the burdens of other people's lives very easily. People can tell us things that move us deeply, and we feel impelled to help, and we can carry burdens on our shoulders and neck that are not ours. There's a phrase for it, babysitting their angst. So we don't need to babysit their angst anymore. We can leave it with them. They're adults. If it's children, it may be different, but as adults, we can let them have their situation. So relax your shoulders and your neck. Imagine any tension melts away. The arms resting under their own weight. We bring our awareness into our body and we visualize black smoke that's swooshing and swirling around inside of us. And bound up in it is our indifference. I don't mean this in a rude way. It's just that we don't tend to, perhaps we don't tend to look deeply into other people's experiences. Particularly people that we just sort of pass during the day. People in the background of our lives, not the foreground. Maybe even friends and family members we don't necessarily spend time to think what it might be like from their experience. So this indifference, we don't need to be harsh about it or beat ourselves up about it. It's part of human nature. We imagine this is bound up in this black smoke, and with 3 nice steady deep out breaths, we visualize the black smoke coming up through the throat, out of the nostrils into the distance, and taking with it each time more of this indifference. It goes out into the distance. We feel we have less and less until after the 3rd out breath, we imagine that indifference has all gone. And now we imagine all that indifference has gone. So when we listen deeply, we listen carefully. We're not listening so that we can share a similar story. We're listening to the way the person speaks. We're listening to what they're not saying, and we give them space to talk and space to just sit. The mind of peace, the mind of empathy and love and compassion is a refuge for people. People don't receive it very much. It's a refuge. So we might think that we're not doing much in the community. Maybe we're not doing as much as we think we ought to in the community, but just by having a more peaceful mind, more empathetic heart, with our interactions with people, create space and time for them. That's a profound and beautiful thing. And pets and animals and insects, they perhaps pick up the vibe. So it's ripples that spread out. Now, as you breathe in, I'd like you to imagine you're breathing in kindness, gentleness. Sparkling golden light bound up with kindness and gentleness, streaming in through the nostrils into the body and the mind. And it comes most to where you need it most, whether it's in your lower abdomen, stomach, solar plexus, throat, face, head, wherever. Just imagine more of this golden light and this gentleness and this empathy come in and heal, nurture, support. We don't need to shortchange ourselves. Imagine an amazing amount comes in. Now we're going to follow the breath all the way down. So relax your chest muscles. We can breathe quite shallow if we're getting tense during the day. Allow the breathing to be deep and restful all the way down. Mindfully notice it going all the way down and all the way back out. Bring the awareness now into the nostril linings, noticing the cooler air as we breathe in and the warmer as we breathe out, and noticing these temperature changes. Keeping the mind alert and relaxed. Concentration brings peace. Enjoy it. Bring your mind back each time it wanders away without criticism. Now the very rims of the nostrils. Same exercise. Keep your mind relaxed and alert. Enjoy simplifying your mind, simplifying our life. Just notice the rims of the nostrils and what's changing there. We're being kind to ourselves. We're bringing peace. Now we're going to do the empathy meditation. So I'd like you to stay in meditation and just gently allow your mind to relax. Give it full permission to bring up whatever it wants to in relation to you and your past self. An instance in time, a situation or a moment or a place where your mind is ready to experience empathy. When it comes up and there's no rush, just inhabit that moment in time. Look through those eyes of your past self. Feel as you felt. And just experience it, fresh and clear. It might be a beautiful experience, it might be an unhappy experience, anything in between. What were you going through at that time? What were you experiencing? What was it? What did it feel like? What were the external things going on? Smells, atmospheres, touch. Maybe it was when you were 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 or whatever age. And you know this intimately, perfectly. You know this experience. Now I'd like you to do the same exercise and allow your mind to think of someone else. Someone else in your life. See who comes up, at what time, at what age, at what circumstance, at what place. imagine you're looking through that person's eyes. Allow yourself to imagine what it's like for them at this moment. We're not seeking to change it, we're just inhabiting it. What was it like for them in your imagination? Okay, so we can come back to these or other circumstances, other times and places and people whenever we want. The ones that you've experienced today, or if you're listening to this as a recording, you can come back to them straight away. The mind is very flexible to recall experiences, particularly in meditation. Because in the meditation, we've created a little groove in our mind to be able to slip into that groove in the future. So you can come back to this after the class when you've got a minute or two, even a few seconds. And allow your heart to be as it is, sad or happy or excited or curious, moved. And if you get insights, then all to the good for understanding and forgiveness, acceptance. So allow your eyes to open when it feels comfortable. And thank you for joining in tonight's class on practicing empathy, enjoying empathy. If you'd like to sign up for reminders for these classes, you can do so on the front page of my website, paulfollows.com. And if you'd like to listen to other meditations similar to this or quite different, then you'll find me at Paul Follows Meditations on YouTube. Thank you very much.